Ever wondered how some people stay mentally tough no matter what life throws at them? Stick around, because today we're diving into simple Stoic strategies that will help you build a rock-solid mindset. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we're exploring the powerful and timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has been guiding people towards mental strength for centuries. Whether you're facing challenges at work, struggling with personal issues, or just want to enhance your resilience, these simple Stoic strategies will help you develop a tough mindset that can withstand the storms of life. So let's dive in and start building that mental fortress. In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, the concept of mental toughness has become more crucial than ever. Yet, despite its importance, many of us struggle to develop and maintain the resilience needed to navigate life's challenges effectively. Whether it's the stress of a demanding job, the pressure to meet societal expectations, or the emotional toll of personal difficulties, the path to mental toughness is fraught with obstacles. But what exactly makes it so hard to cultivate this essential trait? And why do so many people find themselves feeling mentally exhausted, overwhelmed, and ill-equipped to cope with the stresses of daily life? The pressure of external expectations. One of the core reasons people struggle to build mental toughness is the overwhelming pressure to conform to external expectations. From a young age, we're conditioned to chase external markers of success, academic achievements, career milestones, social status, and material wealth. Society often equates success with outward appearances, and we're bombarded with messages that suggest our worth is tied to what we own, how we look, or what we've accomplished. This external focus can create a fragile mindset, one that is easily shaken when things don't go as planned. When our sense of self-worth is tied to things outside our control, such as the approval of others or the achievement of specific goals, we become vulnerable to the inevitable ups and downs of life. This external dependency makes it difficult to develop the inner resilience needed to withstand challenges. For instance, if a promotion at work becomes the sole measure of our self-esteem, what happens when that promotion is delayed or denied? The result is often a crushing sense of failure, leading to a spiral of negative thoughts and emotions that undermine our mental toughness. The culture of instant gratification. Another significant barrier to mental toughness is the pervasive culture of instant gratification that dominates modern life. We live in an era where everything seems to be just a click away, whether it's food delivery, online shopping, or entertainment. This expectation of immediate results has seeped into every aspect of our lives, diminishing our ability to tolerate discomfort or delay gratification. In the context of mental toughness, this mindset can be particularly damaging. When we're accustomed to getting what we want, when we want it, our tolerance for adversity decreases. The moment we encounter setbacks, the temptation to give up or seek an easier path becomes overwhelming. Instead of persevering through challenges, we may opt for quick fixes that provide temporary relief but do little to build long-term resilience. This tendency to avoid discomfort rather than confront it head-on can erode our mental strength over time. For example, consider the challenge of developing a new skill or habit, such as learning a language or committing to a fitness routine. Both require sustained effort and the ability to push through periods of slow progress or frustration. However, in a culture that prizes instant results, the slow and often painful process of skill development can feel discouraging. Many people abandon their goals prematurely, not because they lack the ability to succeed, but because they haven't developed the mental toughness to endure the journey. The perfectionism trap. Perfectionism is another modern-day plague that hinders the development of mental toughness. The relentless pursuit of perfection, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal endeavors, creates an environment where failure is not an option. This all-or-nothing mindset can be incredibly damaging to our resilience, as it leaves little room for mistakes, setbacks, or imperfections. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of judgment or failure. We set impossibly high standards for ourselves, believing that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. However, this mindset can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and burnout as we constantly strive to meet unrealistic expectations. Moreover, when we inevitably fall short of these standards, the resulting self-criticism can be brutal, further eroding our mental toughness. The perfectionism trap is particularly insidious because it can prevent us from taking risks or trying new things. If we're afraid of failing, we may avoid challenges altogether, choosing instead to stay within our comfort zones where success is more certain. However, this avoidance behavior stifles growth and development, depriving us of the opportunities to build resilience through experience. The comparison culture closely related to perfectionism is the issue of comparison, especially in the age of social media. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn have made it easier than ever to compare ourselves to others, often to our detriment. We scroll through curated highlight reels, seeing only the best moments of others' lives, vacations, promotions, flawless selfies, while our own lives, with all their messy imperfections, seem to pale in comparison. This constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, weakening our mental resilience. When we measure our worth against the carefully edited versions of other people's lives, it's easy to feel like we're falling short. This comparison culture can create a sense of pressure to keep up, driving us to strive for achievements and appearances that may not align with our true values or capabilities. The impact of this constant comparison can be particularly detrimental to our mental health. Studies have shown that excessive social media use is linked to higher levels of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The more we compare ourselves to others, the more likely we are to feel dissatisfied with our own lives, which can erode our mental toughness over time. Instead of focusing on our own journey and progress, we become fixated on what others are doing, losing sight of our own goals and potential. The burden of unmanaged stress. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, but how we manage it can significantly impact our mental toughness. In today's fast-paced world, many people are dealing with chronic stress from multiple sources: work demands, financial pressures, family responsibilities, and more. When stress becomes overwhelming and goes unmanaged, it can take a severe toll on our mental and physical health. Chronic stress triggers the body's fight or flight response, releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. While these hormones are useful in short bursts, prolonged exposure can lead to a range of health problems, including anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, and weakened immune function. Moreover, when we're constantly in a state of stress, our ability to think clearly, make decisions, and cope with challenges diminishes. Unmanaged stress can also lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as overeating, substance abuse, or excessive screen time. These behaviors provide temporary relief but ultimately do more harm than good, further eroding our mental toughness. Over time, the cumulative effect of unmanaged stress can lead to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that makes it difficult to function effectively in daily life. The isolation of modern life. While our society often emphasizes individualism and self-reliance, the reality is that human beings are inherently social creatures. We thrive on connection and community, yet modern life can be incredibly isolating. Whether due to long work hours, geographical distance, or the rise of digital communication over face-to-face interactions, many people find themselves feeling lonely and disconnected from others. This isolation can weaken our mental toughness by depriving us of the support systems we need to navigate life's challenges. Research has shown that strong social connections are a key factor in resilience. When we have people we can turn to for support, encouragement, and perspective, we're better equipped to handle stress and adversity. On the other hand, when we feel isolated, challenges can seem more daunting, and our ability to cope effectively is diminished. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the impact of isolation on mental health, as millions of people around the world experienced prolonged periods of social distancing and lockdowns. The resulting increase in loneliness, anxiety, and depression underscored the importance of connection in maintaining mental toughness. Even in normal times, however, the fast pace of modern life can make it difficult to maintain meaningful relationships, contributing to a sense of isolation and vulnerability. The lack of emotional regulation skills. Another critical factor that impedes the development of mental toughness is the lack of emotional regulation skills. Many people were never taught how to effectively manage their emotions, leading to a tendency to either suppress or be overwhelmed by them. Without the ability to regulate emotions, we become more susceptible to the negative impacts of stress, anxiety, and frustration. Emotional regulation involves recognizing, understanding, and managing our emotions in a healthy way. It's about finding a balance between feeling our emotions and not letting them control our actions or thoughts. For example, when faced with a difficult situation, someone with strong emotional regulation skills might acknowledge their frustration but choose to respond calmly and thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. However, when we lack these skills, emotions like anger, fear, or sadness can become overwhelming, leading to irrational decisions, strained relationships, and increased stress. Over time, this emotional turbulence can wear down our mental toughness, making it harder to stay resilient in the face of challenges. The overwhelm of information overload. We live in an age of information overload, where we're constantly bombarded with news, opinions, and data from multiple sources. While access to information can be empowering, it can also be overwhelming, leading to decision fatigue and analysis paralysis. The constant influx of information can make it difficult to focus, prioritize, and make decisions, all of which are crucial for maintaining mental toughness. When we're overwhelmed with information, it becomes challenging to distinguish between what is important and what is not. This can lead to indecision, procrastination, and increased anxiety as we struggle to process and act on the vast amount of information available to us. Moreover, the prevalence of negative news, such as reports of crises, disasters, and conflicts, can create a sense of hopelessness and fear, further eroding our mental resilience. The rise of social media and digital communication has also contributed to information overload, as we're constantly exposed to updates, notifications, and messages. This constant connectivity can make it difficult to disconnect and recharge, leading to mental fatigue and burnout. To build mental toughness, it's essential to develop strategies for managing information intake and maintaining focus on what truly matters. The myth of self-sufficiency. Finally, the myth of self-sufficiency is a significant barrier to building mental toughness. In our culture, there's a strong emphasis on independence and the idea that we should be able to handle everything on our own. While self-reliance is an important trait, the belief that we must navigate life's challenges without help can be isolating and detrimental to our mental resilience. The reality is that no one is truly self-sufficient. We all need support, whether it's emotional, practical, or professional. However, the stigma surrounding asking for help can prevent people from reaching out when they need it most. This reluctance to seek support can lead to feelings of isolation, overwhelm, and burnout, all of which undermine mental toughness. The myth of self-sufficiency also perpetuates the idea that vulnerability is a weakness. In truth, vulnerability is a natural and necessary part of the human experience. Acknowledging our vulnerabilities and seeking support when needed are crucial steps in building resilience. By embracing vulnerability and recognizing the value of connection, we can strengthen our mental toughness and better navigate the challenges of life. In summary, the struggle to build mental toughness in today's world is compounded by a variety of factors, including external expectations, the culture of instant gratification, perfectionism, comparison, unmanaged stress, isolation, emotional dysregulation, information overload, and the myth of self-sufficiency. These challenges can make it difficult to develop the resilience needed to thrive in the face of adversity. However, by recognizing these obstacles and understanding their impact on our mental well-being, we can begin to take proactive steps toward building a stronger, more resilient mindset. Mental toughness is not about being impervious to life's difficulties. Rather, it's about developing the inner strength and emotional resilience to face challenges head-on and emerge stronger. In the next section, we'll explore how the timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers practical strategies for overcoming these challenges and cultivating the mental toughness needed to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and resilience. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece and later flourished in Rome, offers a timeless guide to developing mental toughness. Its principles are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago, providing practical tools to navigate the challenges of modern life with resilience and composure. In this section, we will delve deeper into key Stoic principles and practices, exploring how they can be applied to cultivate a robust mindset capable of withstanding life's adversities. 1. The dichotomy of control, mastering what you can control. At the core of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, a principle that teaches us to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. This simple yet profound idea is central to building mental toughness as it shifts our attention away from external events and circumstances over which we have little to no control and toward our own thoughts, actions, and responses, which are entirely within our power. When we internalize the dichotomy of control, we reduce the stress and anxiety that often accompany efforts to control the uncontrollable. For example, we cannot control how others perceive us, the outcomes of our efforts, or the actions of others. However, we can control our reactions to these external factors, how we interpret events, and how we choose to act. By focusing on our internal world, we build a sense of empowerment and resilience, knowing that our happiness and peace of mind do not depend on external validation or outcomes. Applying this principle in daily life involves a conscious effort to reframe challenges and setbacks. Instead of worrying about whether you'll get that job promotion, an outcome you cannot control, focus on doing your best work and developing your skills, actions within your control. Instead of fretting over how someone might react to your decisions, focus on making choices that align with your values and integrity. This shift in focus from the external to the internal is a powerful tool for developing a tough, resilient mindset. 2. Negative visualization. Preparing for the worst. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, is a Stoic practice that involves imagining the worst-case scenarios that could arise in any given situation. While this might sound pessimistic, it is actually a strategic approach to building mental toughness. By contemplating potential difficulties in advance, we can mentally prepare ourselves for them, reducing the shock and emotional turmoil if they do occur. The practice of negative visualization helps us develop resilience by fostering a mindset of acceptance and preparedness. When we visualize the possibility of failure, loss, or adversity, we become less attached to specific outcomes and more focused on our ability to handle whatever comes our way. This practice also enhances our appreciation for what we currently have, as it reminds us that nothing in life is guaranteed, and that even the things we take for granted can change or disappear. For instance, if you're about to embark on a new business venture, negative visualization might involve considering scenarios where the business fails, encounters financial difficulties, or faces stiff competition. By mentally preparing for these challenges, you're less likely to be blindsided if they occur, and more equipped to respond with resilience and adaptability. Additionally, this practice can deepen your gratitude for your current resources, relationships, and opportunities, helping you maintain a balanced perspective. 3. Amor fati, loving your fate. Amor fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate, is a Stoic concept that encourages us to embrace everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad, as necessary parts of our journey. Rather than resisting or resenting challenges and setbacks, Amor fati teaches us to accept them as opportunities for growth and learning. This mindset is crucial for developing mental toughness as it transforms obstacles into stepping stones. The essence of Amor fati is not merely to tolerate or endure difficulties, but to actively embrace them as integral to our personal development. This philosophy is beautifully encapsulated in the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." By aligning our desires with reality, we eliminate the internal conflict that arises from wanting things to be different than they are. This acceptance fosters a deep sense of peace and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. To practice Amor fati in your life, start by reflecting on past challenges and how they have contributed to your growth. Consider how a difficult breakup might have taught you valuable lessons about self-worth and relationships, or how a job loss pushed you to pursue a more fulfilling career path. By reframing these experiences as necessary and beneficial, you can develop a mindset that sees every event, no matter how challenging, as an essential part of your journey. 4. Memento. Mori, the power of mortality awareness. Memento. Mori, which translates to remember you will die, is a Stoic reminder of the impermanence of life. Far from being a morbid reflection, this principle encourages us to live fully and mindfully, knowing that our time on earth is limited. By keeping death in mind, we gain perspective on our problems, realizing that many of the things we worry about are insignificant in the grand scheme of life. This awareness of mortality can be a powerful motivator for developing mental toughness. When we understand that life is fleeting, we become less attached to outcomes and more committed to living in alignment with our values. We prioritize what truly matters, our relationships, our personal growth, and our contributions to the world over trivial concerns or temporary setbacks. This perspective helps us approach challenges with a sense of calm and purpose, knowing that our time is too precious to waste on unnecessary stress or worry. Practicing memento mori can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on the brevity of life. This reflection can help you identify areas where you might be wasting time or energy on things that don't truly matter. It can also inspire you to take bold actions in pursuit of your goals, knowing that tomorrow is not guaranteed. By embracing the reality of mortality, you can cultivate a mindset that is both resilient and focused on living a life of meaning and purpose. 5. Virtue as the highest good, anchoring yourself in values. For the Stoics, virtue, living in accordance with reason and moral integrity, was the highest good and the key to a fulfilling life. This means that our primary goal should be to act with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, regardless of the external circumstances. By prioritizing virtue over external success or pleasure, we build a stable and resilient inner foundation that is not easily shaken by life's ups and downs. Anchoring yourself in virtue provides a clear and unwavering guide for your actions and decisions. When faced with challenges, you can rely on your commitment to these core values to navigate difficult situations with integrity and composure. For example, if you're in a work environment where unethical behavior is prevalent, your commitment to justice and honesty can guide you in making decisions that align with your values, even if it means facing opposition or criticism. Living a virtuous life also fosters a deep sense of self-respect and confidence, both of which are essential for mental toughness. When you know that you are acting in accordance with your principles, you are less likely to be swayed by external pressures or the opinions of others. This inner alignment creates a sense of stability and resilience that helps you maintain your composure and integrity even in the face of adversity. 6. Practicing detachment, emotional resilience and clarity. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, refers to the ability to separate yourself emotionally from the outcomes of your actions. This doesn't mean that you don't care about what happens. Rather, it means that your happiness and self-worth are not dependent on external results. By practicing detachment, you can approach challenges with a clear mind, unclouded by the fear of failure or the desire for success. This mental clarity allows you to make better decisions and remain resilient regardless of the outcome. Detachment also involves letting go of the need for approval from others. In a world where social validation is often prioritized, learning to detach from the opinions of others can be incredibly liberating. When you stop seeking external validation, you free yourself from the pressure to conform or please, which can strengthen your mental fortitude. Instead, you can focus on living in alignment with your values and pursuing goals that are meaningful to you. One way to practice detachment is through mindfulness meditation, which helps you become aware of your thoughts and emotions without becoming attached to them. By observing your feelings and thoughts as they arise, you can learn to let them pass without reacting impulsively. This practice fosters emotional resilience, enabling you to stay grounded and composed in the face of challenges. 7. Building a routine of self-discipline, the foundation of mental toughness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline in cultivating mental toughness. Self-discipline involves establishing routines that reinforce positive habits and keep us grounded even in times of stress. Whether it's daily exercise, meditation, journaling, or practicing mindfulness, these routines help us build resilience by providing structure and consistency. Self-discipline is not about rigidly adhering to a set of rules, but rather about committing to practices that support your well-being and long-term goals. For example, a disciplined approach to physical health might involve setting aside time each day for exercise, even when you don't feel like it. Similarly, a disciplined approach to emotional health might involve daily journaling or meditation to process your thoughts and emotions. By committing to these practices, you train your mind and body to stay focused and calm, even when faced with challenges. Self-discipline also involves resisting short-term temptations in favor of long-term goals. This ability to delay gratification is crucial for maintaining mental strength and achieving meaningful success. To build self-discipline, start by setting small, achievable goals that align with your values. For instance, if you want to improve your mental toughness, you might commit to a daily practice of negative visualization or journaling. As you achieve these smaller goals, you build momentum and confidence, reinforcing your commitment to self-discipline and resilience. 8. Stoic journaling. Reflecting for growth and resilience journaling is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal for developing mental toughness. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca use journaling to reflect on their thoughts, actions, and experiences. By regularly writing down our reflections, we can gain insight into our patterns of thinking, identify areas for improvement, and reinforce our commitment to Stoic principles. Journaling helps us process emotions, clarify our goals, and track our progress, making it easier to stay resilient in the face of adversity. It also serves as a reminder of our strengths and the lessons we've learned, which can boost our confidence and mental toughness over time. To incorporate Stoic journaling into your routine, start by setting aside a few minutes each day to write about your experiences and reflections. You might begin by asking yourself questions like, what challenges did I face today? How did I respond to these challenges? What could I have done differently? And what did I learn from today's experiences? Over time, journaling can help you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and your responses to adversity, enabling you to develop greater mental resilience. It also provides a valuable record of your growth and progress, which can serve as a source of motivation and inspiration when faced with future challenges. 9. Engaging in voluntary discomfort, toughening the mind and body. The Stoics believed in regularly exposing themselves to discomfort as a way of building resilience. This practice, known as voluntary discomfort, involves deliberately putting yourself in challenging situations to toughen your mind and body. Whether it's fasting, taking cold showers, or practicing other forms of self-denial, these acts of discomfort help build mental toughness by teaching you to endure hardship with grace. Engaging in voluntary discomfort helps us develop a tolerance for adversity and reinforces the belief that we can endure difficult situations. This practice not only builds physical resilience, but also strengthens our mental fortitude, making us more capable of facing life's inevitable challenges with composure. For example, if you're preparing for a significant challenge, such as a marathon or a major work project, you might practice voluntary discomfort by incorporating tougher training sessions or longer work hours into your routine. By gradually increasing the level of difficulty, you train your mind and body to handle greater stress and pressure, which can help you build the resilience needed to succeed. Voluntary discomfort can also involve small daily practices that push you out of your comfort zone, such as waking up early, choosing a difficult task over an easy one, or practicing delayed gratification. These practices may seem minor, but over time they build a strong foundation of mental toughness that can help you navigate more significant challenges with ease. 10. Cultivating gratitude, shifting focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic practice that can significantly enhance our mental toughness. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, we cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in perspective helps us stay positive and resilient, even when facing difficulties. Gratitude also reminds us of our strengths and the support systems we have, which can boost our confidence and ability to handle challenges. By making gratitude a daily practice, we reinforce our mental toughness and maintain a balanced, optimistic outlook on life. One way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a daily gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big or small, anything from a supportive friend to a beautiful sunset. Over time, this practice helps you focus on the positives in your life, making it easier to stay resilient in the face of adversity. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing appreciation to others. Whether it's a simple thank you note or a verbal acknowledgement, expressing gratitude strengthens your relationships and fosters a sense of connection and support. This social support is a critical factor in building mental toughness, as it reminds you that you're not alone in your challenges. 11. Living with intention, aligning actions with values. Living with intention is a vital aspect of Stoicism and a key component of mental toughness. It involves aligning your actions with your values and goals, making conscious choices that reflect your priorities. By living intentionally, you create a life that genuinely reflects who you are and what you want to achieve. To live with intention, start by identifying your core values, those principles that guide your decisions and define who you are. Once you've identified your values, evaluate your daily routines and habits, asking yourself whether they serve your overall well-being and align with your long-term vision. For example, if one of your core values is health, living with intention might involve making choices that support your physical and mental well-being, such as exercising regularly, eating nutritious foods, and practicing mindfulness. If your value is family, you might prioritize spending quality time with your loved ones, even if it means saying no to other commitments. Living intentionally also means being mindful of how you spend your time and energy. It involves setting clear boundaries to protect your priorities and avoid distractions that can derail your progress. By making intentional choices, you build a life that is aligned with your values and goals, which fosters a deep sense of fulfillment and mental resilience. 12. The practice of letting go, releasing attachment to outcomes. One of the most challenging aspects of building mental toughness is learning to let go of attachment to outcomes. We often become fixated on achieving specific goals or outcomes, believing that our happiness and success depend on them. However, this attachment can lead to disappointment, frustration, and stress when things don't go as planned. The Stoic practice of letting go involves releasing attachment to specific outcomes and focusing instead on the process and effort. This doesn't mean that we stop caring about our goals or that we don't strive for success. Rather, it means that we don't let the pursuit of these goals dictate our happiness or self-worth. Letting go of attachment to outcomes allows us to approach challenges with a sense of calm and detachment, knowing that we've done our best regardless of the result. This mindset fosters resilience as it reduces the emotional impact of setbacks and failures. It also frees us to enjoy the journey rather than becoming fixated on the destination. To practice letting go, start by setting goals that are within your control, such as improving your skills or developing positive habits, rather than focusing solely on external achievements. Remind yourself that your worth is not tied to specific outcomes and that the true measure of success is the effort you put in and the growth you experience along the way. 13. The Stoic practice of reframing, changing perspectives. Reframing is a powerful Stoic technique that involves changing the way we perceive and interpret events. By shifting our perspective, we can turn challenges into opportunities and setbacks into learning experiences. This practice is essential for developing mental toughness as it helps us maintain a positive and resilient mindset, even in difficult situations. For example, if you experience a failure or setback, rather than viewing it as a sign of inadequacy, you might reframe it as a valuable learning experience that will help you grow and improve. By changing the narrative, you reduce the emotional impact of the event and open yourself up to new possibilities. Reframing can also involve changing the way you view challenges. Instead of seeing a difficult task as a burden, you might reframe it as an opportunity to develop new skills or prove your resilience. This shift in perspective can make the challenge feel less daunting and more manageable, boosting your confidence and mental toughness. To practice reframing, start by identifying situations in your life where you tend to focus on the negative. Then, challenge yourself to find a different, more empowering way to interpret these situations. Over time, this practice will help you develop a more resilient and optimistic mindset, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Stoicism offers a comprehensive toolkit for building mental toughness, providing practical strategies and principles that can be applied to every aspect of life. By embracing the dichotomy of control, practicing negative visualization, living with intention, and cultivating gratitude, among other Stoic practices, you can develop a resilient mindset that enables you to navigate life's challenges with grace, composure, and inner strength. These Stoic principles are not just abstract philosophical ideas, they are actionable practices that can be integrated into your daily life. Whether you're facing a major life challenge or simply looking to build a more resilient mindset, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can guide you on your journey. As you begin to apply these Stoic practices, remember that building mental toughness is a gradual process. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to reflect on your experiences and learn from them. But with consistent effort, you can develop the resilience needed to thrive in the face of adversity and live a life that is aligned with your values and purpose. The essence of Stoicism lies in its ability to transform how we approach life's challenges, turning adversity into an opportunity for growth and inner strength. This transformation is not about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent to the world around us. Instead, it is about cultivating a mindset that is grounded in resilience, acceptance, and purpose. By applying Stoic principles, we can shift our mindset from one that is fragile and reactive to one that is robust and proactive, capable of weathering any storm life may bring. Let's dive deeper into how Stoicism fosters this powerful transformation and why it is the key to building a tough, resilient mindset. 1. Resilience through acceptance, embracing reality as it is. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the concept of acceptance, embracing reality as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. This acceptance is not about passivity or resignation. Rather, it is about acknowledging the truth of our circumstances and finding the best way to navigate them. By accepting what we cannot change, we free ourselves from the frustration, anger, and anxiety that often arise from resisting reality. This mental shift is foundational to building resilience because it allows us to focus our energy on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, rather than wasting it on what is beyond our control. Acceptance in Stoicism is closely related to the practice of the dichotomy of control, which teaches us to distinguish between what we can and cannot influence. By embracing this distinction, we cultivate a mindset of serenity and strength, knowing that our well-being is not dependent on external circumstances but on our inner responses to those circumstances. For example, imagine you're facing a difficult situation at work. Perhaps a project has gone awry and the outcome is uncertain. Instead of becoming consumed by worry about the results or how others might perceive you, Stoic acceptance encourages you to focus on what you can control, doing your best, maintaining your composure, and learning from the experience. By accepting that the outcome is not entirely in your hands, you can approach the situation with calm and clarity, making better decisions and building resilience in the process. This practice of acceptance extends to all areas of life, from relationships to health challenges to unexpected setbacks. By accepting reality as it is, we reduce the emotional burden of resistance and open ourselves to more constructive ways of dealing with adversity. This mental shift is not about giving up. It's about letting go of the illusion of control over things we cannot change and redirecting our focus toward positive action. 2. Turning obstacles into opportunities. The Stoic obstacle is the way mindset. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is its emphasis on turning obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics believed that every challenge we encounter is a chance to grow, learn, and strengthen our character. This mindset shift, from seeing challenges as threats to viewing them as opportunities, can significantly enhance our resilience. The concept of the obstacle is the way comes from the Stoic understanding that difficulties are not just obstacles to be overcome, but are integral to our development. By embracing this mindset, we learn to see adversity as a necessary and beneficial part of our journey. This approach is epitomized by the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea encourages us to view obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones that propel us forward. When we encounter difficulties, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? Or, how can this challenge make me stronger? By reframing challenges in this way, we not only reduce the emotional impact of setbacks, but also develop the mental toughness needed to thrive in adversity. For instance, if you're facing a personal setback, such as a relationship ending or a failure at work, the Stoic approach would be to view this setback as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Instead of dwelling on the loss, you might ask yourself what lessons can be learned, how you can improve, and what positive changes you can make moving forward. This mindset not only helps you overcome the immediate challenge, but also equips you with the resilience to handle future challenges with greater ease. The obstacle is the way mindset also fosters creativity and innovation. When faced with a seemingly insurmountable problem, rather than giving up, you might explore alternative solutions or new ways of thinking that you hadn't considered before. This willingness to adapt and innovate in the face of challenges is a hallmark of resilience and a key component of mental toughness. 3. Emotional resilience through Stoic detachment. Managing emotions effectively. Emotions are a natural and vital part of the human experience, but they can also cloud our judgment and weaken our resolve if not managed effectively. Stoicism teaches us to practice detachment from our emotions, particularly those that are destructive or unhelpful. This does not mean suppressing or ignoring our feelings, but rather observing them without letting them control us. By developing emotional resilience through detachment, we can maintain our composure in the face of challenges, making decisions based on reason rather than impulse. Stoic detachment involves recognizing that our emotions are often reactions to our perceptions and judgments, rather than direct responses to external events. By changing how we perceive and interpret events, we can change our emotional responses. This practice is grounded in the Stoic belief that it's not the events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about those events. Epictetus. For example, if you receive critical feedback at work, your initial emotional response might be anger or defensiveness. However, by practicing Stoic detachment, you can pause, observe your emotions, and choose how to respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, you might consider the feedback objectively, separating the facts from your emotional reaction. This allows you to respond constructively, using the feedback as an opportunity to improve rather than as a personal attack. Emotional resilience through detachment also involves cultivating a sense of inner calm that is not easily disturbed by external events. This calmness comes from the understanding that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By maintaining this perspective, we can navigate emotional challenges with greater ease and stability, building a mindset that is tough and adaptable. 4. Building inner strength through self-reflection, the power of introspection. Stoic resilience is also cultivated through regular self-reflection, a practice that involves examining our thoughts, actions, and motivations with honesty and clarity. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, as it allows us to gain insight into our strengths and weaknesses, identify areas for improvement, and reinforce our commitment to living in accordance with our values. By taking time to reflect on our experiences, we can learn from our mistakes, recognize patterns in our behavior, and make conscious choices that align with our goals. This self-awareness is crucial for building inner strength, as it enables us to approach challenges with a clearer understanding of our capabilities and limitations. It also helps us develop the humility to acknowledge when we need to change or seek help, which is an essential aspect of resilience. Self-reflection in Stoicism is not about self-criticism, but about self-improvement. The goal is not to dwell on our shortcomings, but to use them as opportunities for growth. For example, if you notice that you tend to react with frustration in stressful situations, self-reflection might involve exploring the underlying causes of this reaction and developing strategies to manage it more effectively. This process of introspection helps you build a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional control, which are key components of mental toughness. One practical way to engage in self-reflection is through journaling, a practice that was highly valued by Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius. By writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, you can gain clarity on your inner world and track your progress over time. Journaling also provides a space for you to explore your values, set intentions, and reflect on your actions, helping you stay aligned with your goals and build resilience in the process. 5. The power of purpose. Finding meaning in adversity. Resilience is deeply connected to our sense of purpose. When we have a clear understanding of our values and goals, we are better equipped to persevere through difficult times. Stoicism encourages us to live in alignment with our core values, which provides a strong foundation for resilience. By knowing what we stand for and what we're striving towards, we can find meaning in our struggles and stay motivated, even when the going gets tough. The Stoic concept of purpose is not about pursuing external success or recognition, but about living a life that is true to our principles and values. This sense of purpose acts as a guiding light, helping us navigate through the darkest times with unwavering resolve. When we face challenges, our purpose gives us the strength to keep going, knowing that our efforts are aligned with something greater than ourselves. For example, if your purpose is to help others, you might find resilience in the face of personal challenges by focusing on the positive impact you can have on those around you. Even when times are tough, this sense of purpose can provide the motivation and strength needed to push through adversity and continue pursuing your goals. Finding purpose in adversity is also about reframing challenges as opportunities to fulfill your values. For instance, if you're passionate about personal growth, you might view difficult experiences as opportunities to develop new skills or deepen your understanding of yourself. This mindset not only helps you stay resilient in the face of challenges, but also fosters a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction, knowing that you are living in alignment with your purpose. 6. Embracing change, the Stoic approach to adaptability. Change is an inevitable part of life, and our ability to adapt to it is a key component of resilience. Stoicism teaches us to embrace change with an open mind and a flexible attitude. Rather than clinging to the past or fearing the future, we can approach change as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. This adaptability is crucial for building resilience, as it allows us to stay grounded and focused, even when our circumstances shift. The Stoics understood that life is in constant flux and that resisting change only leads to unnecessary suffering. By accepting the impermanence of life, we can navigate change with grace and resilience, using it as a catalyst for personal development. This perspective is beautifully captured in the words of Marcus Aurelius. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom yourself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change. To embrace change in your life, start by cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of viewing change as a threat, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When faced with a major life change, such as a job transition or a move to a new city, focus on the possibilities that this change brings rather than the losses. This shift in perspective helps you stay resilient and adaptable, making it easier to navigate the uncertainties of life. Another way to embrace change is by practicing flexibility in your goals and plans. While it's important to have a clear direction in life, it's equally important to remain open to new opportunities and experiences by staying flexible and willing to adapt. You can turn unexpected changes into opportunities for growth and success, building resilience in the process. 7. Resilience through gratitude, cultivating a positive perspective. Gratitude is a powerful tool for building resilience, as it helps us focus on the positives in our lives rather than dwelling on the negatives. By regularly practicing gratitude, we cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, which can significantly enhance our mental toughness. Gratitude shifts our perspective from what we lack to what we have, reminding us of the resources, relationships, and strengths that support us. This positive outlook helps us stay resilient in the face of adversity, as we are reminded of the support systems and opportunities we have at our disposal. Gratitude also fosters a sense of contentment and peace, which can buffer us against the negative effects of stress and uncertainty. One way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a daily gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These can be big or small, anything from a supportive friend to a beautiful sunset. Over time, this practice helps you focus on the positives in your life, making it easier to stay resilient in the face of adversity. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing appreciation to others. Whether it's a simple thank you note or a verbal acknowledgement, expressing gratitude strengthens your relationships and fosters a sense of connection and support. This social support is a critical factor in building resilience, as it reminds you that you're not alone in your challenges. Gratitude also helps us build resilience by reinforcing our sense of purpose and meaning. When we focus on the things we're grateful for, we're more likely to see the positive aspects of our lives, even in difficult times. This positive perspective helps us stay motivated and engaged, even when faced with challenges, and reinforces our commitment to living a life that is aligned with our values. 8. The role of community and resilience, finding strength in connection. While Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance, it also recognizes the importance of community and connection in building resilience. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and like-minded individuals can provide the encouragement and perspective we need to stay strong during difficult times. A Stoic community offers a space where we can share our struggles, gain insights, and receive guidance from others who are on a similar journey. This sense of belonging and shared purpose can significantly enhance our resilience, reminding us that we are not alone in our challenges. For example, if you're facing a personal or professional challenge, reaching out to a supportive friend or mentor can provide valuable perspective and encouragement. This support can help you navigate the challenge with greater resilience, knowing that you have someone to lean on for advice and guidance. Community also plays a crucial role in reinforcing our sense of purpose and meaning. When we are connected to others who share our values and goals, we are more likely to stay committed to our path, even when faced with adversity. This sense of shared purpose helps us stay resilient and motivated, knowing that our efforts are part of a larger collective endeavor. To build resilience through community, seek out relationships and connections that align with your values and goals. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, respect your boundaries, and support your journey. By fostering these connections, you build a network of support that strengthens your resilience and helps you navigate life's challenges with greater ease. 9. Resilience as a skill, the growth mindset of Stoicism. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoic resilience is the understanding that it is a skill that can be developed over time. We are not born with a fixed amount of resilience, rather it is something we can cultivate through intentional practice and effort. This growth mindset is central to Stoicism and is key to building mental toughness. The Stoics believe that resilience is not just a trait, but a habit, a way of thinking and acting that can be strengthened through practice. By consistently applying Stoic principles, such as acceptance, detachment, and self-reflection, we can strengthen our resilience and build a mindset that is tough, adaptable, and capable of withstanding life's challenges. For example, if you're struggling with a specific challenge, such as managing stress or overcoming a setback, you can apply Stoic practices to build your resilience in that area. This might involve practicing acceptance of the situation, reframing the challenge as an opportunity for growth, and engaging in self-reflection to identify areas for improvement. Over time, these practices will help you build the mental toughness needed to handle similar challenges in the future. The growth mindset of Stoicism also involves embracing the idea that setbacks and failures are not permanent, but are opportunities for learning and growth. By viewing challenges in this way, you build resilience by developing the confidence and determination to keep going, even when things get tough. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by setting small, achievable goals that align with your values and build on your existing strengths. As you achieve these goals, you build momentum and confidence, reinforcing your commitment to resilience and growth. This process of continuous improvement is central to Stoic resilience and is key to building a tough, adaptable mindset. 10. Living resiliently, the Stoic path to a fulfilling life. Ultimately, Stoic resilience is about living in a way that aligns with our values and supports our well-being. It is about approaching life with a sense of purpose, embracing challenges as opportunities, and staying true to ourselves even in the face of adversity. Living resiliently means applying Stoic principles to every aspect of our lives, from our personal relationships to our professional endeavors. It involves making conscious choices that reflect our values, staying focused on what we can control, and maintaining a positive perspective even in difficult times. By embodying these principles, we not only build mental toughness, but also create a life that is rich with meaning and fulfillment. Stoic resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and steadfast in our pursuit of a life well lived. For example, if you're faced with a significant life change, such as a career transition or a major loss, living resiliently might involve practicing acceptance, seeking support from your community, and focusing on the opportunities for growth that the change presents. By applying these Stoic principles, you can navigate the change with grace and resilience, building a life that is aligned with your values and purpose. Living resiliently also means being mindful of how you spend your time and energy. It involves setting clear boundaries to protect your priorities and avoid distractions that can derail your progress. By making intentional choices, you create a life that is aligned with your values and goals, which fosters a deep sense of fulfillment and mental resilience. The transformative power of Stoic resilience lies in its ability to shift our mindset from one that is reactive and fragile to one that is proactive and resilient. By embracing acceptance, purpose, and emotional detachment, we can turn obstacles into opportunities, manage our emotions effectively, and build a mindset that is tough, adaptable, and capable of withstanding life's challenges. Stoic resilience is not just a set of abstract principles. It is a practical, actionable approach to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. By applying Stoic practices in our daily lives, we can develop the mental toughness needed to navigate adversity with grace and composure, creating a life that is aligned with our values and purpose. As you continue on your journey, remember that resilience is not a fixed trait, but a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. By embracing the growth mindset of Stoicism, you can build the resilience needed to thrive in the face of adversity and create a life that is rich with meaning and fulfillment. To truly grasp the power of Stoic resilience, it's essential to see these principles in action. Real-life examples, both historical and contemporary, demonstrate how the Stoic mindset can help individuals overcome immense challenges, transforming adversity into a catalyst for growth and inner strength. These stories also show that Stoic resilience is accessible to anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Let's delve deeper into the lives of those who have embodied these principles and explore how you too can apply Stoic resilience to your own life. Viktor Frankl, a testament to Stoic resilience. One of the most compelling examples of Stoic resilience in modern history is Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, and Holocaust survivor. Frankl's life and work offer profound insights into how the Stoic principles of acceptance, purpose, and turning obstacles into opportunities can be applied in the most extreme circumstances. Frankl was born in Vienna in 1905 and went on to study medicine, specializing in neurology and psychiatry. His early work focused on suicide prevention and the treatment of depression. But it was his experiences during World War II that would profoundly shape his understanding of human resilience. In 1942, Frankl, along with his wife and family, was deported to a Nazi concentration camp. Over the next 3 years, he endured unimaginable suffering, losing his wife, parents, and brother in the camps. Amidst the horrors of the Holocaust, Frankl found himself faced with a choice: to succumb to despair or to find meaning in his suffering. Drawing on the principles of Stoicism, he chose the latter. Frankl's decision to embrace his suffering and seek meaning in it is a powerful example of the Stoic concept of amor fati, loving one's fate. Rather than resisting his circumstances or giving in to bitterness, Frankl accepted his situation and focused on what he could control, his attitude and response to his suffering. Frankl's resilience was rooted in his belief that even in the most dire situations, individuals have the freedom to choose their response. This idea is closely aligned with the Stoic dichotomy of control, which teaches that while we cannot always control our external circumstances, we can control our inner responses. Frankl demonstrated this principle by maintaining his dignity and purpose even in the face of unimaginable hardship. One of the ways Frankl coped with his suffering was by finding meaning in it. He observed that those who survived the camps were often those who had a sense of purpose, something to live for beyond themselves. For Frankl, this purpose was twofold: to help his fellow prisoners find meaning in their suffering and to survive so that he could share his insights with the world. This sense of purpose gave him the strength to endure the daily horrors of camp life, reinforcing the Stoic belief that purpose and meaning are central to resilience. After the war, Frankl went on to write Man's Search for Meaning, a book that has inspired millions with its message of hope and resilience. In it, he outlines his theory of logotherapy, which posits that the primary drive in human beings is not pleasure, as Freud suggested, but the pursuit of meaning. This idea resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy, which teaches that living in accordance with one's values and purpose is the key to a fulfilling life. Frankl's story is a testament to the power of Stoic resilience. His ability to accept his fate, find meaning in his suffering, and maintain his inner freedom even in the face of extreme adversity serves as a powerful example of how Stoic principles can be applied to overcome life's greatest challenges. James Stockdale, a modern-day Stoic hero. Another remarkable figure who exemplifies Stoic resilience is James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy officer and aviator who was held as a prisoner of war in Vietnam for over 7 years. Stockdale's story is not just one of survival, but of profound mental and moral resilience, grounded in his deep understanding of Stoic philosophy. Stockdale was shot down over North Vietnam in 1965 and captured by the Viet Cong. He was the highest-ranking naval officer among the American prisoners, and his captors recognized this, subjecting him to particularly harsh treatment in an attempt to break his spirit. Stockdale endured years of torture, solitary confinement and deprivation, yet he never lost his resolve. What enabled him to maintain his resilience under such extreme conditions? Stockdale was a student of Stoic philosophy, particularly the teachings of Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Before his capture, Stockdale had studied Epictetus's works at Stanford University, and the principles he learned there would become his lifeline during his imprisonment. One of the key Stoic teachings that Stockdale embraced was the idea of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. In the brutal environment of the prison camp, there was little Stockdale could control: his physical freedom, the conditions of his confinement, and the actions of his captors were all beyond his influence. However, what he could control was his mindset, his decisions, and his adherence to his moral principles. Stockdale applied this Stoic principle by refusing to let his captors break his spirit. He took control of the one thing he could: his response to their attempts to manipulate and demoralize him. When faced with the threat of being used in propaganda, Stockdale inflicted injuries on himself to make himself unpresentable. This act of defiance was a powerful assertion of his autonomy and a clear message that his captors could not control his mind or will. Stockdale's resilience was also rooted in his commitment to the Stoic principle of living in accordance with virtue. Even in the direst of circumstances, he remained true to his values of honor, duty, and integrity. He took responsibility for the well-being of his fellow prisoners, organizing a covert communication system to maintain morale and coordinating efforts to resist their captors' attempts to exploit them. Stockdale's leadership and unwavering commitment to his principles not only sustained him, but also inspired those around him to remain resilient in the face of overwhelming adversity. After his release in 1973, Stockdale reflected on his experiences and the role that Stoic philosophy had played in his survival. He described how the teachings of Epictetus had helped him maintain his inner freedom and integrity, even when his physical freedom was taken away. His story is a powerful example of how Stoic resilience can enable us to endure and overcome even the most harrowing experiences. Sarah's journey, a contemporary example of Stoic resilience. While the stories of Viktor Frankl and James Stockdale are extraordinary, the principles of Stoic resilience are not reserved for heroes of history or war. They are equally applicable to the everyday challenges we all face. Consider the story of Sarah, a fictional yet relatable character who embodies Stoic resilience in her everyday life. Sarah is a 35-year-old single mother working in a demanding corporate job. Balancing her career with raising her 2 young children alone is no easy task. Over the years, Sarah has faced numerous challenges: financial struggles, workplace stress, and the emotional toll of single parenthood. Yet through it all, she has managed to maintain her mental toughness and continue moving forward with determination. The turning point. Sarah's journey towards Stoic resilience began during a particularly difficult period in her life. After a series of personal and professional setbacks, she found herself overwhelmed and on the brink of burnout. Her job was demanding more time than she could give, her children needed her constant attention, and her financial situation was precarious. The stress was taking a toll on her health, both physically and mentally. Sarah felt trapped in a cycle of stress and exhaustion, unable to see a way out. It was during this time that a close friend introduced her to Stoic philosophy. Intrigued but skeptical, Sarah began reading the works of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. What she found in their teachings was a lifeline, an approach to life that resonated deeply with her and offered practical strategies for building resilience. Embracing the dichotomy of control. One of the first Stoic principles Sarah adopted was the dichotomy of control. She realized that much of her stress came from trying to control things that were beyond her influence, her boss's expectations, her children's behavior, and the unpredictable demands of life. This realization was liberating. By focusing on what she could control, her own actions, attitudes, and responses, Sarah began to regain a sense of calm and agency. For example, at work, instead of obsessing over her boss's unpredictable demands, Sarah started focusing on how she could manage her time more effectively and communicate more clearly about her boundaries. She practiced letting go of the need to please everyone and began prioritizing her own well-being. This shift in focus not only reduced her stress but also improved her performance and satisfaction at work. At home, Sarah applied the dichotomy of control by letting go of the unrealistic expectation that she could be a perfect parent. Instead, she focused on being present with her children, showing them love and support, and setting a positive example through her actions. She accepted that there would be days when things didn't go as planned, and she learned to respond with patience and flexibility rather than frustration. Practicing negative visualization. Sarah also found great value in the Stoic practice of negative visualization. By contemplating the worst-case scenarios that could arise, she was able to prepare herself mentally for challenges before they happened. This practice reduced her anxiety and helped her approach problems with a calm, composed mindset. For instance, Sarah would visualize potential difficulties at work, such as a project falling behind schedule or a conflict with a colleague. By imagining these scenarios and considering how she would handle them, Sarah felt more equipped to deal with them if they occurred. This practice also helped her appreciate the positive aspects of her life, as it reminded her that even the things she took for granted could change or be lost. In her personal life, negative visualization helped Sarah prepare for the challenges of single parenthood. She would consider what she would do if unexpected expenses arose, if one of her children fell ill, or if she had to manage a crisis on her own. By mentally preparing for these possibilities, Sarah felt more resilient and capable, knowing that she had thought through her options and was ready to face whatever came her way. Amor fati, loving one's fate. One of the most transformative Stoic principles for Sarah was amor fati, the idea of loving one's fate. Instead of resenting the challenges she faced, Sarah began to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. She accepted her circumstances, both the good and the bad, as necessary parts of her journey. For example, rather than viewing her status as a single mother as a disadvantage, Sarah embraced it as a unique opportunity to shape her children's lives in a way that aligned with her values. She took pride in her ability to provide for her family and saw each challenge as a chance to demonstrate resilience and strength to her children. Amor fati also helped Sarah reframe her professional setbacks. Instead of dwelling on missed promotions or difficult projects, she viewed them as opportunities to learn new skills, build resilience, and clarify her career goals. This mindset shift allowed her to approach her work with renewed energy and purpose, knowing that every experience, whether positive or negative, was contributing to her growth. Building a routine of self-discipline. To maintain her resilience, Sarah established a daily routine that reinforced the Stoic principles she had adopted. Each morning, she set aside time for reflection, journaling, and planning her day. She practiced mindfulness, focusing on the present moment and letting go of distractions. This routine helped her stay grounded and resilient, even in the face of daily stresses. Sarah also committed to regular physical exercise as part of her self-discipline. She found that taking care of her body through yoga and running not only improved her physical health but also boosted her mental clarity and emotional resilience. This routine became a non-negotiable part of her day, providing her with a sense of structure and control amidst the chaos of her busy life. Cultivating gratitude and community gratitude became another cornerstone of Sarah's resilience. Each evening she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for, no matter how small. This practice helped her maintain a positive outlook even on the toughest days. It reminded her of the support she had from friends, the love of her children, and the small victories she achieved each day. Sarah also recognized the importance of community in building resilience. She began reaching out to other single parents, forming a support network where they could share their experiences, offer advice, and provide emotional support. This sense of connection helped Sarah feel less isolated and more empowered, knowing that she was part of a community facing similar challenges. The outcome. Through these Stoic practices, Sarah built a resilient mindset that allowed her to navigate her challenges with strength and poise. She became more confident in her ability to handle whatever life threw at her, and her mental toughness grew with each passing day. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that Stoic resilience is not just for philosophers or historical figures. It's a practical, accessible tool that anyone can use to build a tough mindset and thrive in the face of adversity. Sarah's journey shows that Stoic resilience is not about eliminating challenges from our lives, but about learning to navigate them with wisdom, strength, and grace. By embracing Stoic principles, Sarah transformed her life from one of stress and struggle to one of purpose and resilience. Her story is a testament to the transformative power of Stoic philosophy in the modern world. Applying Stoic resilience to your own life. As you reflect on the stories of Viktor Frankl, James Stockdale, and Sarah, consider how you can apply Stoic resilience to your own life. What challenges are you currently facing? How might the principles of Stoicism help you navigate these challenges with greater resilience and inner strength? Embrace the dichotomy of control. Start by identifying what is within your control and what is not. Focus your energy on the things you can influence, your actions, decisions, and attitudes, while letting go of the need to control external outcomes. Practice negative visualization. Spend some time each day imagining potential challenges or setbacks. Consider how you would handle them and what you can do to prepare. This practice will help you approach difficulties with a calm and composed mindset. Adopt amor fati. Embrace the idea that every experience, good or bad, is an essential part of your journey. Instead of resisting or resenting challenges, see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Build a routine of self-discipline. Establish daily practices that reinforce your resilience, such as mindfulness, journaling, or exercise. These routines will help you stay grounded and focused, even in the face of stress. Cultivate gratitude and community. Regularly acknowledge the positive aspects of your life and express gratitude for them. Seek out supportive relationships and communities where you can share your experiences and gain strength from others. By incorporating these Stoic practices into your life, you can develop the mental toughness needed to face challenges with resilience and grace. Remember, Stoic resilience is not about eliminating adversity, but about building the inner strength to navigate it with wisdom and courage. As you apply these principles, you'll find that you're better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way, creating a life that is aligned with your values and purpose. The stories of Viktor Frankl, James Stockdale, and Sarah illustrate the profound impact that Stoic resilience can have on our ability to overcome adversity and live a fulfilling life. Whether facing the horrors of a concentration camp, the brutality of a prison camp, or the daily struggles of single parenthood, these individuals demonstrate that Stoic principles are not just abstract ideas, but practical tools for building mental toughness and navigating life's challenges. As you move forward, consider how you can apply Stoic resilience to your own life. Reflect on the challenges you face and the opportunities for growth they present. By embracing Stoic principles, you can build a mindset that is tough, adaptable, and capable of withstanding life's challenges. And remember, Stoic resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being steadfast, resourceful, and true to yourself, no matter what obstacles you encounter. By adopting the Stoic practices of acceptance, purpose, and self-discipline, you can cultivate a life that is rich with meaning and fulfillment. As you continue on your journey, let the stories of these resilient individuals inspire you to embrace your challenges with grace and strength, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity to build a tougher, more resilient you. In today's video, we've delved deeply into the transformative power of Stoic resilience, exploring how this ancient philosophy can help us build a tough, resilient mindset capable of navigating life's many challenges. From the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca to the real-life examples of Viktor Frankl, James Stockdale, and our contemporary character Sarah, we've seen how these principles can be applied across different contexts to foster inner strength, purpose, and emotional balance. The importance of mental toughness. In modern life, in our fast-paced, constantly evolving world, the ability to maintain mental toughness is more important than ever. Life is filled with uncertainties, and challenges can arise from any direction, whether it's in our careers, personal relationships, or unexpected events like health issues or financial setbacks. In such a world, mental resilience isn't just a nice-to-have, it's essential for our well-being and success. However, mental toughness is not something that happens by accident. It requires intentional effort, practice, and a commitment to personal growth. As we've discussed, many factors can make it difficult to cultivate resilience in today's society. External pressures, the culture of instant gratification, perfectionism, and the overwhelming flood of information and expectations. These challenges can leave us feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and disconnected from our true selves. Yet, as the Stoic philosophers remind us, adversity is not something to be feared, but embraced as an opportunity for growth. The obstacles we face are not merely hindrances, but essential elements of our journey. By applying Stoic principles, we can turn these challenges into opportunities to strengthen our character, deepen our understanding, and enhance our resilience. Key Stoic principles for building resilience. Throughout the video, we've explored several key Stoic principles that are crucial for building mental toughness. 1. The dichotomy of control. This foundational Stoic principle teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of what we cannot control, such as the opinions of others, external events, or outcomes. By internalizing this distinction, we can reduce stress and anxiety, empower ourselves to act with purpose, and maintain a sense of calm even in the face of uncertainty. 2. Negative visualization, also known as premeditatio malorum. This practice involves mentally preparing for potential challenges by contemplating worst-case scenarios. By doing so, we reduce the shock and emotional impact of adversity when it occurs, while also fostering a deeper appreciation for the present and what we have. 3. Amor fati. The Stoic principle of loving one's fate encourages us to embrace all aspects of our lives, including the difficult and painful experiences, as necessary parts of our journey. By accepting our circumstances and seeing them as opportunities for growth, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones and cultivate a mindset of resilience and positivity. 4. Self-discipline. Building resilience requires consistent effort and discipline. Establishing daily routines that reinforce positive habits such as mindfulness, journaling, and physical exercise helps us stay grounded, focused, and mentally tough. Self-discipline also involves making conscious choices that align with our values and long-term goals, rather than succumbing to short-term temptations. 5. Emotional detachment. Stoic resilience involves developing the ability to observe our emotions without being controlled by them. By practicing emotional detachment, we can maintain our composure in the face of challenges, making decisions based on reason rather than impulse. This inner calm allows us to navigate difficult situations with clarity and confidence. 6. Gratitude and community. Gratitude helps us shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a mindset of abundance and resilience. Additionally, building strong connections with others who share our values and goals provides the support and encouragement needed to stay resilient during tough times. 7. Purpose and meaning. Resilience is deeply connected to our sense of purpose. By living in alignment with our core values and goals, we can find meaning in our struggles and stay motivated, even when the going gets tough. This sense of purpose acts as a guiding light, helping us navigate through life's challenges with unwavering resolve. Real-life applications of Stoic resilience. The stories we've explored today, from Viktor Frankl's survival in the Holocaust to James Stockdale's endurance in a Vietnamese prison camp to Sarah's journey as a single mother, illustrate the profound impact of Stoic resilience in real life. These individuals faced extraordinary challenges, yet they emerged stronger and more resilient because they applied Stoic principles to their situations. Frankl found meaning in his suffering and used it as a source of strength, demonstrating the power of purpose and acceptance. Stockdale applied the dichotomy of control to maintain his inner freedom and integrity even in the most harrowing conditions. Sarah, in her daily life, embraced Stoic resilience by letting go of what she couldn't control, practicing negative visualization, and cultivating gratitude and self-discipline. These stories remind us that Stoic resilience is not reserved for heroes or philosophers. It's a practical tool that anyone can use to navigate the challenges of life, whether you're dealing with a major crisis or the everyday stresses of modern life. Stoic principles offer a roadmap for building the mental toughness needed to thrive. Integrating Stoic resilience into your life. As we conclude this exploration into Stoic resilience, I encourage you to reflect on how these principles can be integrated into your own life. Start by identifying the challenges you face and consider how the Stoic practices we've discussed can help you approach them with greater resilience and inner strength. Embrace the dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can influence and let go of the rest. This simple shift in mindset can reduce stress and help you take more effective action. Practice negative visualization. Spend a few minutes each day imagining potential challenges and considering how you would handle them. This mental preparation can help you approach adversity with calm and confidence. Adopt amor fati. Embrace your circumstances, even the difficult ones, as opportunities for growth. By accepting what is, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and open the door to resilience. Build a routine of self-discipline. Establish daily habits that reinforce your mental toughness, such as journaling, exercise, or mindfulness. These practices will help you stay grounded and focused, even in the face of stress. Cultivate gratitude and community. Regularly acknowledge the positives in your life and express gratitude for them. Build connections with others who share your values and support your journey. Live with purpose. Align your actions with your core values and goals. A strong sense of purpose will help you stay resilient even when times are tough. Looking forward, remember, Stoic resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and steadfast in your pursuit of a fulfilling life. It's about facing challenges head-on, with the confidence that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. As you continue on your journey, let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you, helping you build a life that is not only resilient but also rich with meaning and purpose. The path to mental toughness is a continuous journey requiring ongoing reflection, practice, and growth. By consistently applying Stoic principles, you can develop the inner strength needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. And as you cultivate your resilience, you'll find that you're not only better equipped to handle adversity, but also more capable of living a life that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. Now, I want to hear from you. Which Stoic principle or resilience-building strategy resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Stoic insights and self-improvement tips. By subscribing, you join a community of like-minded individuals on a journey to live more intentional and fulfilling lives. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, and remember to prioritize your mental toughness because you deserve to live a resilient, purposeful life. See you in the next video.